Hello and welcome to Cheap Seats. Today we will be predicting every game in Week 17 of the NFL. It is heating up. It's almost playoffs. It's almost Christmas. Just kidding. It is. Merry Christmas and happy beginning of Hanukkah.
Thank you for that, Riley.
I'm Riley. That's Graydon. I forgot to say that.
That's all right.
Cheap Seats is the show.
It's time to get into some of the serious predictions.
There are a lot of predictions to make. One of the predictions that I will make is that you guys are going to have a great holiday season, and our Patreon is linked in description. That's a prediction. And then another prediction is that Copes.shop has our clothes on it. So if you just got that Christmas cash and you want to pick up something cool, go pick it up over there, including this is on there. And look at the sleeves. Ooh, shout out to Copes, man. I hope he's having a good Christmas.
I hope everyone's having a good Christmas. And if you're not, that's okay.
Yeah, and if you're not doing Christmas, if you're doing something else, that's all right. You could do Halloween or July 4th. Do whatever you want. Okay. Today doesn't have to. Don't listen to the TV. Don't watch the news and let them tell you what holiday it is.
No.
Come on, it's 2024,
Do
almost
whatever you
2025. You can make it whatever you want. Happy Valentine's Day. I can say that.
Whatever.
Loud. Happy birthday to everybody on Earth.
It's sweet that we got some football on Christmas. That's one present we all get to open up together.
I can't wait to unwrap that present and then enjoy it with my whole family. It's a gift It's a gift that keeps on giving.
And compared to Thanksgiving, these are some good games.
There are some good games with a lot of playoff implications and some other games that have draft implications.
Absolutely. First up, we have Chiefs Steelers. This is a Christmas present we can all fucking get down with.
I can't wait to unwrap this one and enjoy it with my whole family. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Me and my family do acid on Christmas Eve, so we'll probably still be up right around noon, and then we'll all kind of doze off in the same room on beanbags.
Ah, that is awesome. Your family's always been so bohemian.
Bohemian.
Yeah, and oh God. Oh shit.
You're gonna be at you somewhere or what?
No, I rented 6 elves and I forgot to pick them up.
That's whatever. No one else cares about that.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to let it. Yeah.
Just don't think about it.
Yeah, I'll try not to think about it. Chiefs Steelers, Chiefs 14-1, and they're playing in the big Pittsburgh though. So
yeah, playing in big Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's lost 2 in a row. Will George Pickens be back? Maybe you'd expect that kind of news from a sports channel. I didn't even bother to look.
Oh yeah, I mean we don't know anyway though because we're filming this on Monday.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like we don't even know what happens in the Packers-Saints game.
Packers won.
Or Saints.
Saints.
Oh, big upset.
I am going to take the Chiefs here with or without Pickens. I think another week of Hollywood Brown being in the lineup is going to be great for this Chiefs team, and their defense looked pretty stout at times last week.
You know what? Give me the Steelers. Steelers, they need this one, and I don't know. There's something about it. This matchup is weird, and I think because it's happening in Pittsburgh, and the Chiefs lost on Christmas last year to the Raiders.
How about that?
So I don't know. It's just a gut feeling, really. But and also I will say this: T.J. Watt is going to be playing in this game, and they are like 68. They have 68% win percentage when he's on the field. And they've lost 2 in a row, so I think the math would tell you that we're about to fill in that other percentage.
They have like a 65% win percentage in general.
Yeah, but they're literally no joke. I'm pretty sure they have 3 wins total ever without TJ Watt on the field.
But what does he miss? 12 games ever?
Yeah, there's something like it might be 11.
Yeah,
maybe less.
That's kind of like it's
bad sample size. Totally. Yeah, I'm just trying to justify my thing, and it's fine.
I think Steelers could win this, and I'll probably I'll probably do what I've done the last couple of weeks, at least for whatever reason. The midweek game, I bet on whoever I pick against.
Yeah, you've been doing that.
I did that last week with the Broncos.
Yeah. Like Ray came up to me and was like, "Oh, dude, Graydon's stressing. He's got money on whoever," and I was like, "Oh, he picked the other team in our video that we filmed earlier today." And he was just like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know what he's doing." And then you were like, "I got to hedge my bets."
Yeah, you hedge them.
I personally, this is just my theory, I think you forget.
I don't forget.
I think you forget as soon as we leave this table exactly who you picked for each game. And so you're just betting based on like information you got in between filming and when you place the bet.
Oh, yeah.
That's not like a diss. I think it's good to have that sort of like,
short-term mindset, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that reckless abandon. It's awesome.
Burn and turn. I'm going to stick with the Chiefs.
I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Texans, Ravens. That's another great Christmas present right here.
These are 2 AFC playoff teams. It's official.
Okay. Yeah, it's official. Ravens are chasing the division. Texans aren't, and Tank Dell's leg is left in Kansas City. So if you're the Texans, what are you doing here?
If you have the Texans?
No, if you're the Texans, like, what are you doing here? Why even play people?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but you don't want to go in with no momentum.
That's true, but I mean, man, look what happened. I mean, they sew up the division, and the next game they play, Tank Dell loses his life.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Are we getting into like insensitive territory there, you think, maybe? Because you said he left his leg in Kansas City and then you said he lost his life. I mean, come on. The guy's having a tough enough year. Let's give him a break.
You're coming at me.
Not coming at you. I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm on your team.
You're asking me if I'm going into insensitive territory.
Yeah.
I was born there, baby.
Okay,
I was born this way.
I also said we. Like I'm saying, like I'm always going to be by your side, and I'm G checking you.
I am being insensitive.
Oh, okay, cool.
Intentionally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, stop being insensitive. He's already so short. I mean, that's rude.
I don't know what you're doing here if you're playing really hard or not. I wouldn't.
You just wouldn't play hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't even know if I'd play the starters. Does it matter? Like if they have a better record as a division winner? Are they that close to like losing a spot to the Chargers or no? Because the Chargers can't win their division. Like what?
Yeah, they're not. I mean, yeah, I guess, but if they win this game, then they're 10-6, and so are the Ravens. Say the Steelers lose, they're also 10-6.
Yeah,
they could legitimately get the 3 seed.
Yeah, I guess there is something to play for.
There's something to play for, but I do think like those injury-prone guys, like Joe Mixon, probably going to get less carries than usual, and their wide receiver core is already like super dissipated. So
Bobby Tree's legacy game.
Yeah, I just think you got it. Yeah, you played a little bit safe with this one, especially if the Ravens go up in the first half. I think that they just kind of like tone it down a little bit, but. Yeah, I'll pick the Ravens to win this game.
Me too.
I think they're a better team. Not because I don't think the Texans will play because they don't have anything to play for, but rather just I think they're a better team right now.
Yeah, there's enough there to play for the Texans. I do expect them to come out hard. CJ Stroud is a competitor.
Of course, yeah.
I would love nothing more than to see the Texans win and the Chiefs win and then the Browns win the division, but I doubt that's going to happen. So, yeah, I'll take Ravens here.
I will also take the Ravens. Let's get that next game there, Tone. Oh, the Seahawks going into Chicago.
Oh, we still have Thursday night. That's nice. I was like 8:15. Oh, yeah, Thursday night football.
Thursday night football.
Seahawks kind of got the life sucked right out of their cocks last week by the Vikings.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm going to say. I'm taking the Bears.
Okay.
Taking the Bears in a classic win a game you shouldn't for draft reasons. At home. I liked what I saw at times from Caleb and Keenan last week. I think I saw something from the Bears offense I haven't seen in about 6 weeks. I'm just taking it. I think the Seahawks go in like so short week, really bummed out after losing a hard game last week. Your playoff hopes are pretty much dead. I don't know. I just take the Bears on like maybe Caleb's best game of the year.
Yeah. Rams are playing the Cardinals. If the Seahawks win and the Rams lose, they have the same record? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who has that tiebreaker? I guess I'm trying to the Seahawks are still alive for the playoffs, right?
Yeah, kind of. But our Rams should be 9-6, actually.
They are 9-6 right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying they would be 9-7. Seahawks would be 9-7. I don't know who has the tiebreaker, and I don't know who they play in week 18 each.
Yeah.
Maybe they play each other. I don't know. I don't know. This one's so weird. Just a weird, who knows? I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are a better team. I think they'll have a bounce back win.
Yeah.
I think the Bears should want to lose a little bit, maybe.
Definitely.
Or I mean, yeah, they're gonna play Caleb, but I mean, yeah, they'll play full force. They don't have anything like they all get to rest for a while, but. I don't know. That's a weird one, though. I could see it going the way that you think it's going to go.
Yeah, for some reason, I just think the Bears come out like super feisty and take advantage of a Seahawks team that's like a little heartbroken and still whimpering from a loss.
Yeah. I'm still going to take the Seahawks. I just think, whatever. They're a better team.
All right,
next.
Chargers, Pats.
Oh,
Patriots
okay.
coming off a great loss last week. They looked great, excite the fan base, but stay right there in the draft order.
Yep.
It's really what you want. Drake May on the road. Went toe-to-toe with Josh Allen, but you didn't fuck up and win.
Mm-hmm. And we also, we didn't talk about it at length, but Drake May doesn't just look good. Drake May looks like potential to be great.
Yeah.
And I did not expect that going into the season. I said I didn't. He was the one I was least impressed with of the first-round quarterbacks. But he has looked really, really good, and he looks capable of making those huge explosive plays. And so that's fun, but they should want to lose this. So I don't know. But I feel like they're going to win, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the Chargers, that Broncos win felt like a real need it victory. And I think my whole thing this whole year is like, if they can sneak in with momentum and not like trip in, I think they're getting healthier. If you can sneak Justin Herbert in a Trojan horse, a Jim Harbaugh shaped Trojan horse into the playoffs and let him cook, you're going to get a lot of halves of football like that second half against Denver.
Quick problem.
Go ahead.
Justin Herbert's 6'5".
6'6".
So, 6'6". Okay, yeah, you can't fit him in a Jim Harbaugh
in a Jim Harbaugh
shaped. Okay, so it's going to be a big Harbaugh.
Obviously.
Okay, all right, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm just clearing things up, trying to make sure that all your analogies make sense. That's really what I'm here for.
Yeah, that second half against the Broncos is scary. Justin Herbert's capable of doing shit that, honestly, only Josh Allen's capable of doing. They, like, give me crazy similarities when I see shit like that. Like a 6'6" guy. He had, like, a 40-yard run. He's making off-schedule passes, directing people downfield. And as long as Quinton can just hold on to one or two balls, they're going to be all right. So I think Chargers go in with a little momentum here and beat the piss out of Drake May's little diaper.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take the Chargers because I think that the Patriots will find a way to lose because they know that's what they got to do so that they can get that top guy over there, whoever they want, to fill out that Drake May side roster.
Keep the excitement.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I mean, I do think this draft coming up does not have a lot of great QB prospects, and the Patriots are in a really good position to get a great draft pick and then pick up somebody that actually they need and will be a top prospect at their position, because I think that, they don't have to go look for a QB, and they're probably going to have a second, third, or fourth pick in the draft. So, Chargers. I'll take.
It would be sick for the Browns if the Patriots won it, to be honest, but
yeah, that would be sick.
Broncos Bengals. This is an interesting game. Do or die time for the Bengals. Broncos are coming off a tough loss, kind of when it looked like they had everything going in their favor. They had an identity. They got the everything working in the Sean Payton way, and I feel like they kind of got exposed in a way you do with a rookie quarterback last week against a coach like Jim and a quarterback like Justin. They just came out and played better football in the second half.
Yeah.
That worries me with the Broncos. Their inability to run the ball is a little worrisome. Their defense has looked great, and it is a really strong secondary, and that's going to be the difference here.
Yeah, is their defense banged up at all? Is anybody hurt still? I know Riley Moss, is he back?
He wasn't this last game.
Okay.
So,
yeah, because
we'll
that's the thing with this game. It really is. The Broncos defense has been so good. That's the Bengals' Achilles heel. If they play against a really good defense, then whoever they're playing gets a chance to play against the Bengals defense. So it's like, they get to keep up. And I could see this being one of those not shootout games, but I mean, like, it's going to be close the whole time. Yeah. I don't think this is a blowout either way. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the Broncos to get a gutsy one against the Bengals and shut them up, shut the door.
I'm going with Bengals here.
All right.
Let's go, Cats.
Why is that?
What?
Why is that?
What the fuck?
Okay. I mean, it's a football show, right?
I thought I gave a good piece on it. I thought the Broncos got exposed.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what the Bengals are going to do. I think Joe Burrow's playing at an extremely high level right now. I think with or without Riley Moss, their offensive lines looked really good. Chase Brown's played really good. I think they'll be able to get some run game going. And I think if it does get down to a shootout of any kind, I'm taking JoJo over Bobo.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, Bojo versus Joe Burrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, Cardinals Rams. Cardinals got their life sucked out of their little wieners in overtime against Carolina.
I like how you're saying that. That's an interesting
That
thing.
was embarrassing and sad and really hurt, but great for the Panthers. I loved seeing that. I hate the Cardinals now.
Why?
For whatever reason. I'd be so pissed if I was a Cardinals fan. They had such a good thing going, and it just seemed like something really fell apart over there, and it really feels kind of on the shoulders of Kyler.
Yeah,
feels like he's a bad leader and like has made mistakes at the end of games and like failed to put together drives, given what feels like 8 chances over like the last 4 weeks to have a game-winning drive. I feel like anytime the Cardinals come on red zone, it's like, all right, they're down 4 with 2.5 minutes left, and then it's like 2nd and 16, and Kyler's like running to the sideline and is like,
now, I'm not saying I have insider info. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But I did hear that Kyler Murray's going to be playing shortstop for the Houston Astros next year.
Really?
Yeah, because wasn't he a great baseball player?
Yeah, I think he got drafted in the first round.
Yeah, he's clearly not a quarterback anymore.
You said you have info that he's gonna be playing for the Houston Astros, and then asked me if he was a baseball player.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't that info pretty much?
They didn't tell me. They didn't say, "Hey, you know how Kyler Murray used to be a baseball." He said, "Listen, he, she, or they." I mean, I'm not gonna, blow up my spot, but was like, you hear about the shortstop for the Houston Astros next year, Kyler Murray, and I said, "You mean the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals?" And then they said, "That's absolutely correct. That's who you're thinking of." Yes,
maybe it might be good for the Cardinals. I've been super disappointed in him. James Conner got banged up in this last game. It was a knee. He was questionable return. Either way, he's had a great season, but if he's even slightly banged up, they have a 0% chance here. Marvin Harrison's fallen off the face of the earth, but I again blame that probably primarily on Kyler. I think Rams have a good offensive showing here. They kind of need one after their last 2 wins that have been a little sloppy on that side of the ball, and that's like what everyone expects them to be dangerous with. So I'll take the Rams on like a real dialed in, everything comes together. Cooper, big game. Puka, big game. Higbee, big game. Kyron, big game. Matt Stafford, big game. Sean McVay puts himself in, catches the lateral, big game.
Big game for him.
So I see all of that happening.
Okay.
Go Rammies.
Yeah, the Rams have struggled against their own division, strangely, this year, which does scare me a little bit because they're still, as much as I think they've built the momentum, a lot like last year. They kind of had a season that people were like, it's over, and then they built it all back up, and now everybody thinks they're a playoff threat. Like, once they get there, they're a threat. I do worry about them because they've been hard to predict. Like, they have had games, they're playing a lesser opponent, and they just fall apart, and then the next week, they beat the Bills. It's like shit like that, so it's weird. But I am going to take the Rams, just assuming that they're able to put the whole thing together against the Cardinals. I could see a slip-up happening, though. I could kind of see this game going either way. Not that I think it's going to be close, necessarily. I'm just saying it's either the Rams do the thing they do where they win, or the Rams do the thing where they lose to a team they shouldn't be losing to.
Fair enough.
Rams for me.
Rams for me as well. Next. Oh, not the one I had, but I'll readjust. Let me think here. Colts.
Oh, yeah. Colts.
Yeah, Giants are, it's comical. They're doing such a good job of looking really bad. Remember, in the beginning of the year, even when Danny Dimes was like playing shitty, they had like such a good defense. Malik Neighbors was exciting. They in that game, I know they beat the Browns, who look terrible now, but like, that's one of their wins against the Browns, which is hilarious.
Yeah. They also, I will say, at the beginning of the year, they looked really good in their losses. When there was even a point in the middle of the season where it was kind of like, the Giants aren't bad. They just lose,
figured out,
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is comical. The last couple of weeks, they made Michael Penis look like a veteran last week. Colts. When Anthony Richardson does his Anthony Richardson things, they can be pretty fun to watch. When in that first half against the Titans, I was like, fuck, this team is awesome to watch because Jonathan Taylor was busting long runs. Anthony Richardson's running people over. They're like a big play, real explosive team when everything's clicking. And then in the goal line situations, they're so tough.
Yeah.
With Jonathan Taylor and then literally Cam Newton 2.0.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor was at halftime of that game was on pace to break the record for single game rushing.
Yeah.
It was like he had like 200 yards before halftime. It
was awesome.
Yeah.
And I had him in fantasy.
Yes, you did. You definitely ran it up. 160 points this week, man. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I will say this is big news for our fan base.
It is.
Okay. It's looking like...
Don't jinx me, actually. Don't even say it.
Right.
He's got one more guy tonight, and I'm only up 18.
Okay. Hey.
We can't do that.
Who's he got tonight?
I can't even say it. I'm
what?
not
You can't say
it.
that?
No.
You can't say what's going on? All right, whatever. There is a scenario where... in our 10 guy league, me and him will be going up against each other for the trophy.
Yeah, in Riley's first... For all the marbles.
Yeah, for all the marbles.
It's like fucking, what is it, $300?
And so it's $300. And
what would you do with it?
Me?
Buy me an 8-ball?
Actually, Hunter did give me a really good idea. He said a real power play would be because the winner also gets to decide something that the loser has to do.
Is that what I don't know.
That's what Ray and their friends told me.
I'd like to see the script pulled on that because that can't be decided now.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, they said that before the season. It doesn't matter.
I'd like to see
somebody decides something that the loser does. But right now, that's our friend Ty. And I think he officially already lost. So he got last. And that's a friend of ours. And Hunter said that a good power play would be if I win, I say, you know what, Ty? Here's what you got to do. Let's take half the money.
What?
Be a good guy. Show him how humble you are. Show him how, I take 150. You know what? 150 to last place.
Who's that fun for?
Me and Ty.
That's fun for you taking less money?
Yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah. That's not.
I'm not saying that Ty needs it either.
I don't like how
it's
you
a real
play in fantasy football.
It's a real power play, though.
It's not a power play.
It makes me, one, look rich, and two, look humble.
That's a power play?
Yeah, of course.
Humble?
They'll be like, wait a second. The guy who won our league last year, pretty good guy. He low-key just gave half the money to the person who got last.
I'm going to throw a dart at Ty's penis.
If you, what?
Yeah, if I win, I'm gonna tell Ty that everybody has to get together and I get to throw a dart at his penis.
Good luck hitting it. He's got a tiny little penis. It is like, you can't even hit it. Like, it would be impossible. Game. It'd be completely impossible.
Jets Bills. Yeah. The Jets are being sabotaged by a megalomaniac, ayahuasca drinking, forest dwelling old man.
Nope, wake up. Wake up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was dreaming again.
Yeah, that's all right.
Breece Hall, come on, run for more yards.
He's been terrible this year.
This is a great bounce back. He's been fine. It's been working, and I'm about to go to the championship, even though I have him. So fuck yourself.
Okay, it wasn't about you. I didn't say because
fuck you, man.
He's on your team.
Fuck you.
I just said
he's fine.
He hasn't been as good as we thought he would be this year. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bills, big bounce back game here. Josh Allen gets to go freak mode on all these losers over at the Jets. I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers duels it out for a little bit and it's like a one possession game going into the fourth quarter and then it ends like 17 points, but I'd take the Bills over this 9.5 for sure. And I'll take them straight up as well.
I think this would just be so funny if the Jets win this game.
Yeah.
Like, to play spoiler to the Bills specifically for some reason is very funny to me after this huge disappointment of a season for the Jets. Now there are rumors swirling that Aaron Rodgers might accept less money to come back to the Jets, which is, I don't know, that might poke a little hole in that PSYOP scenario unless he's trying to make him bad for 2 years.
Yeah, why not?
Tank him for 2 years.
3.
Yeah, I still think Aaron Rodgers should go to the Browns.
That'd be sick.
Now that I've watched his docuseries, I understand his twisted mind. He's always been just misunderstood. He's a guy searching for his identity. He won the Super Bowl real young, and then his life went to crap.
If I'm still looking for my identity at 41, I want you to shoot me.
Oh, I mean, I think you're gonna start looking for it around 38. That's the thing. I
think I got it.
I don't know.
I think it's badass.
I don't think you've looked many places.
Yeah, because it's right here, baby. Badass.
Yeah. I think you got to look further in. You know what I mean? Look at
It's
your
right there.
heart. Look into your heart.
Second I look in there, it says badass. What up, though? What up, badass?
Okay, yeah. And mine says humble.
I'm gonna start a new show that's like Jackass, but it's just called Badass, and it's just me doing badass shit.
Didn't they do that on the Charlie
Shark Tank?
On the Charlie and Dennis show?
They did a badass show.
The Charlie, Mac, Dennis, and D show.
They did a badass.
They did Project Badass.
That's just a project.
No, that was a TV show where they did prank. Like they crashed their car into the wall and they'd be like Project Badass. And then they said they were gonna film a Project Badass video where Mac jumps off of the bridge, but they were gonna cut it in afterwards, and then Cousin Mac or Country Mac actually does it.
See, I just don't watch a show that doesn't have a black male lead.
What?
Yeah, I won't watch the show because it's all white guys.
There's a girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what Danny DeVito is, honestly. I'm not sure. I think Italian.
I'm taking Bills by $1 trillion here.
I'm taking...
Pick the Jets.
I'm taking Dills by $1 billion. No, I'm gonna pick the Bills. I mean, the Bills, they're gonna win it, you know?
This next one's really exciting, man. Stay tuned. Bum, 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 bum.
It's the Titans versus the Jaguars. Again? Oh, wait, yeah, they're in the same division, right? I was going to say, this is my high school versus my grade school in terms of mascots once again. And I already did that before, so
They got to tie.
Oh, what?
They got to tie this one up.
They're not going to tie.
Just take knees until the game's over. Everyone should just go out and take knees, and it's Doug Peterson like this. looking across the way at whoever coaches the Titans, and he says,
Who does coach the? I'm
Do it
blanking on
again.
that. Who coaches the Titans?
yeah, we're 17 weeks in. We ought to know this, but yeah, McCorkle Bones versus Billiam Rudolph. I really liked what I saw from the second half of the Titans. I think that's awesome when a team this bad really battles back and like shows to be down 31 or something and to come all the way back and make it an 8-point game says a lot about the Colts last week, but it also says a lot about like the coaching and at least the players in that locker room. I think you have guys that want to fight, which is great. So I'm going to pick the Titans here because they at least look like they have a heartbeat, and the Jags just lost to the Raiders. So.
Right. I think there's a few reasons I'm also going to go with the Titans here. The main one being that their quarterback's name is Rudolph. And during this week, I think that's going to come in handy with a little bit of magic. He's going to lead that sleigh through He's gonna guide that sleigh. He's gonna guide that sleigh tonight, and he's sleigh Mason Rudolph. Fuck, dude.
It's like we're good.
You know what I mean?
We're both on the Titans.
It's like I have a headache or something.
Next,
you know. Oh, we both picked the Titans. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir.
Raiders Saints.
We don't even know who. This is the record of the Saints is different now.
Yeah,
it's either 6-9, which is funny because that's sex number. Yeah, that's both. It's the yeah.
It's the
yeah, totally.
Yeah, or it could be butts. It could be.
Is that? I think there's a different number for that one, but
you can both eat butt.
5 and 10 or 6 and 9. We don't know. Raiders just won one. Oopsie, shouldn't have done that.
No,
we don't. Now
a bounce back loss for the Raiders is what I'm calling.
Yeah. I think that's a good call. Yeah, let's do that. They should. That's their goal. Should be their goal.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some. There's going to be some things that the Saints players are fighting for. You know, coming up in this point of the year, when you're not going to make the playoffs, there's always like. Alvin Kamara needs 86 more yards and a touchdown to unlock a $185,000 contract bonus. And like, you know, as a quarterback and as a coach, everybody like games for that. Mm-hmm. And obviously the Raiders are going to have that too, but I don't know how many. I feel like the Saints have enough veterans and stuff where there's going to be a few contractual things they're fighting for. It's at home. They're like not battling for a top 5 pick.
You don't think that Antonio Pierce is kind of playing for his job a little bit here?
He's not going to play.
Well, he's not?
No.
He used to, though.
He did, yeah. But this week, I think he'll be coaching.
He'll probably, okay. All right, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to suit up. The Raiders might be bad, but I think he's going to stay the coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tony, what do you think? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. No, he is for his job a little bit, but I think that win last week says about as much as it. What are they going to do? Win out, and then they're like, "Oh, good coach."
No.
5 and 12.
Yeah. I just mean like to say either of these teams are trying, like the Saints will be trying more because maybe Alvin Kamara can make a few extra dollars versus.
No, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess more I'm saying that the Saints are just overall more skilled and they probably have players that have more of those things in their contracts because those are really only shit you get as like a bona fide player. Brock Bowers is literally going for Mike Ditka's tight end receiving record.
He's gonna pass him next week regardless.
He
needs like 26 yards to do it.
Yeah, he's gonna have like a historic tight end season in his first season. Yeah, on a really terrible team, catching balls from Dingo Bingo and fucking Checker Bob. Yeah, but yeah.
I will say Alvin Kamara has maybe my favorite play of the entire year. I watch it all the time. Is that one where he's bounced around like a pinball in a pinball machine? And he's like barely running. He's like jogging, and people are trying to hit him. He's like boop, 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 just boops around, and then he gets tackled at the goal line because he's literally jogging in. Yeah, it is awesome. Like that is like how I would be if I played football. Is hella nonchalant, bouncing around like a pinball. Just nobody can tackle me, and I'm not even trying. And then I play for a bad team, and I don't make the playoffs, and you can catch me in Nicaragua afterwards.
Next game, rivalry status. Oh, nope, I got it all
it's okay,
up,
we'll get to it. They'll all show up.
Christ,
it's fine. Panthers Bucks. They're in the same division. The Bucks just lost one. Panthers just won one.
I know. Panthers are going to lose, though, this one. They got their pesky win.
Yeah.
I said it in our power rankings. They've looked really good last couple weeks. Bryce Young delivered some balls with pressure in his face that were just so beautiful last week. And then after getting hit and completing some of them, he gets up, he's laughing. I really like some quarterbacks have like such a identifiable like cadence. You know, Dak's got that, here we go.
Yeah.
Bryce's is before he gets into his, he goes, hada hike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's kind of like, he
that.
goes like, I noticed it because I watched surprising amount of that Panthers-Arizona game. He gets up to the line, he goes, hada hike. All right, and then he kind of calls out the play, and then he snaps it. But like right at first, he gets right up, and it's almost like he's not even trying, or that he's embarrassed to be doing like a fake. He goes, hot hike. Obviously, no one went for that one. All right, green.
Yeah, I like Jameis's, you know?
Yeah.
Jump off sides, damn!
Damn!
Jump off sides, damn! And then Bo Nix did it against that. That was fucking lit.
I take the Bucks in a bounce back here. They're at home. Baker really wants it, you know. You're always going to get a bounce back effort from him. They didn't sustain any significant injuries in that shitty loss, and they were going down the field to win the game. So I don't think that. Obviously, it stings. You lose.
Also,
first place.
that was a fucking jump ball. Like that ball was thrown so well. It was literally just an unbelievable play by the safety. That's what happened in that game, and like it easily could have been the exact opposite.
That's what
thing
I mean.
happened. Yeah. So,
and I know they don't look at it like that, and a loss stings nonetheless, and you lose first place to a rookie named Michael Penis, which sucks. But
right.
I'll take the Bucks at a bounce back here. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucks, and I'm going to take Mike Evans with 400 receiving yards so he can finally get that 1,000, you know?
Oh, I mean, he's on pace for it.
Well, yeah, that's what I said 2 weeks ago, and you said he's not going to get it.
Well, I didn't think he was. And now I think he has, like 820 or something with 2 weeks left?
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably get it.
I hope so.
I hope so too, Mike. We're rooting for you, baby. Come on.
We're big Mike Evans fans.
Yeah,
you know?
Big time. Let's go next. Here's the rivalry I was talking about previously. Cowboys and the Bengals, about 7-8, and we all feel so differently about them.
Oh, wait, that was last week? Or that was weeks ago, right?
What?
You said it's Cowboys and Eagles.
Well, no, I know, but the Cowboys and the Bengals are both 7-8, and we both feel so differently about them, right? Oh, the Cowboys have managed to go 7-8 with Cooper Butt and Trey Songz and Mike McCartney.
Yeah, the reason we feel different about the Cowboys and the Bengals is because the Bengals are in the AFC, and so they're still alive for the playoffs. The Cowboys are statistically eliminated.
Right, but in a better conference, they still managed to be 7-8 with like a banged-up quarterback situation. I'm just saying, I think there's something to be said there about the quality of the Cowboys roster that everybody doesn't want to say because everybody wants to hate the Cowboys. That defense is tightened up. Micah Parsons has been playing really aggressive the last 3-4 weeks. I think everyone just has the idea that like, oh, they play for Dallas. They're all divas. They're all going to give up. Once Dak went out, they were like, fuck that. No one cares. CD still fucking cares. Micah still fucking cares. Deron Bland still fucking cares.
CeeDee Lamb is like, I think during this year, I definitely had I was like, oh, Jamar Chase is clearly, and like Justin Jefferson, like those are the guys. Watching CD in that Bucks game, I was like, who else is able to do full drives like this?
Yeah.
Like, the whole drive is everyone knows it's going to CeeDee Lamb. He's getting the ball thrown to him by Cooper Rush.
Right, that's a
and
great
he
point.
still manages to make these explosive plays happen, and it's not even like a question that he's gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
I think he is absolutely fantastic. I just think the difference with the Cowboys, aside from what I said about the conferences and whatever, is that they've been 12-5 3 years straight. They're not going to be that this year. It was clear off the bat. Like right away, they lost more than 5 games, and everybody was like, "Oh fuck, they're fucked."
Yeah.
But
I just I would like to
give them
just
the props,
stand up for them a little bit because I think me included. They're the biggest market. Fuck Jerry Jones. I get it. But like a lot of those star guys that everybody just presumed divas that would just give up once they were kind of eliminated or their hopes of this, our higher hopes of the season were gone. Mm-hmm. They've like really tightened up. And their defense did look really bad about 5 weeks ago. And over the last 5 weeks, they're working. They figured things out. And you know what? I hate to say it too, but kudos to Mike McCarthy. He's going to keep his job.
Yeah.
Kept a shitty team together and like he squeezed some juice out of what looked like dried fruit.
Yeah, I feel that. I think he's obviously a great coach. It's just, maybe is it time for change in Dallas or whatever?
Stupid and big and fat white?
Yeah, but also it's like I think a lot of people, when they're saying Mike McCarthy needs to get fired, it's not even necessarily because they think he's the problem. It's because they know that the problem is the guy who's in charge, who's not going to fire himself, you know?
Yeah.
Jerry Jones isn't going to fire himself. And there's no owner in the league that's like Jerry Jones, who's out there doing
on
press conferences and shit and, whatever. All that shit, it's like... And also, Mike McCarthy was a very successful coach in a place that didn't have an owner.
Right.
So he was able to actually, command a team and blah, blah. And then he went to Dallas and dealt with it really well.
Yeah.
Led that team to 12-5 season 3 years in a row. I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's just this year has seemed hopeless. That's the thing. All of that being said.
Eagles by a trillion.
I'm going to go with, wait a second.
Did we just talk up the Cowboys enough to inspire a pick from you?
If Jalen Hurts is going to play, I believe that.
I think so too.
I think he's going to play.
I think he has to, whether he's drunk or not.
But do the Cowboys muster one? Maybe this is
a rival.
Yeah, it hasn't happened this year yet. I think this is it's in play. You know what? Let's go for it. December Eagles. They're never as good. And, at least last year. I'm talking about just last year. Using only last year as an example. They sucked last year in December. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to say they slip up one more time. 2 in a row, 2 losses in a row. They go into the playoffs, a question mark. And the Cowboys can rest easy knowing they ruined someone else's season a little bit.
I love it. I'm going to switch it up, too. Eagles from a trillion to just by 10.
Okay. All right, that's a big change.
Next game.
All right, yeah.
Yes! Woo! Browns football! I don't care if we were 0-15. We got a couple weeks left to see in the orange and brown grace the field. Shout out Myles Garrett for getting his 100th sack. Youngest man ever to get to 100 sacks. Thank you. That's one of the greatest talents we've ever seen step on a football field, not only in a Browns uniform, but in the NFL. Also a great guy. Thanks for hitting Mason Rudolph over there with his own helmet, Myles.
I loved that, and I will say there's no better way to spend Christmas than watching the Browns play the Dolphins.
Me too. Okay. I hope we get to see Bailey Zappi this week. DTR is not an NFL quarterback. He is a scared little baby that is fast enough to sometimes sneak by other grown men who get paid to kill people.
I think he was radicalized by the liberal left over there at UCLA.
Yeah, more like UC Liberal.
UC Liberal Academy. Liberal ass
Academy.
Liberal ass Academy.
Yeah. He's not a guy that I ever he walked to the end of the locker room exit, and then he turned around to the team and said, "All right, guys, you know what we got to do. We got to execute, and we got to play Cleveland Browns football. Let's go get this win." You almost saw the life get sucked out of the whole team right there.
I got bored while you were doing it.
Yeah, it's like to go from Jameis, who's talking about Moses and the commandments and Jesus striking the tip of your penis.
Yeah. Jameis is a weird first name too, but Dorian, I have trouble taking orders from a guy named Dorian. I don't know what that is. You know?
I don't like it.
I like Dorian the doorman downtown at our favorite chop house. I like him a lot.
He's great. Yeah, he's awesome. I will say
Dorian is a weird one, right?
Jerome Ford is a great running back, despite that fumble last week. I really think there's something there with him. I think I would like to see him re-signed and brought back. I want to see Jerry Jeudy get in the end zone a couple more times, make a case for second-team All-Pro. But, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully no concussions for Denzel Ward, who still leads the league in pass breakups. Very quietly, still the best corner in the NFL on a terrible team. I don't even think that's a discussion there. Yeah, I want to see my guys get their stats. I want to see Jerry Jeudy get in the end zone. I want to see Myles take the sack lead. Maybe, Tua is a really tough one to do it to. He gets the ball out quicker than anyone else, and their motion is tough. But I'd like to see Myles get 2 here. And yeah, I'd like to see
2 of them sacks.
Yeah, I'd like to see Denzel get a pick.
Them sacks.
If we can get a Denzel pick, 2 Miles sacks, and a Jerry Jones touchdown. Jerry Jones touchdown will be sick. Jerry Jones, let's reenact the fucker. Let's reenact the Tank Dell play with Jerry Jones.
Shut up, fucker. Sorry, if Jerry Jones is watching, I just wanted to make sure.
I'll take the Browns here by 12.
I am going to take the Dolphins to win it, and I hope that happens for
I do too.
The draft.
Yeah. I'm just not going to. I made a decision about 10 weeks ago. I wasn't going to pick against the Browns.
All right, yeah, I could tell, because every single week I walk in and that's circled. And then
it's the first one I circled.
And then I say, sorry, I'm late. I'm hungover. I was out drinking. But yeah, no, the Dolphins did impress me. Against
They look
the
great.
Niners. They look pretty good.
H-hand back.
Yeah, and Tyreek is out there trying again.
Of course.
You know, there's been a few that it's like a close in the end zone, but can't bring it down. Whatever that, but it's like he's trying, and there was a few weeks there where he just stopped.
Yeah.
So
well, he had 14 kids between week 3 and 7, I think.
Oh yeah,
he had 14 children, so he was probably just tired. From breastfeeding. But Jonnu, love him, man.
Jonnu Smith, man.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I would have. Tua had a quote about him. He said something about.
He said he's my security blanket.
My security blanket. Ooh.
Which is what every quarterback has ever said ever about their good tight end. I was like confused when I heard that sound bit during the game. They were like, this week, Tua said Jonnu Smith is his security blanket. And I was like, yep, that's what a tight end is. It's literally another name for a tight end on offense.
Security blanket.
A good tight end is your security blanket because he's waiting. You go through your reads and then you check it down. You get to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. It's crazy. Whatever.
And if anybody, late Christmas gifts, weighted blanket, maybe a heated one.
Really? You'd like one of those?
I would love that.
Good to know.
Yeah. I have a weighted blanket, actually, but it is rather small. My mom got me one for a child.
Oh, it's just like a leg one.
Yeah, it's just for your legs, and I need it to cover my whole body, including my face. And heated blanket would be cool because...
You like those too?
Well, yeah, because I guess I shouldn't. I'll share it. Fine. I haven't pissed in 6 days. And so I think I can, if I put enough heat down there, I feel like I can piss myself a little bit, and that would be good.
That would feel good.
It is. So
it's clogged up.
It's bloated, too.
Okay,
it's like,
cool. Next game, please.
No matter how much you push.
Next game, Packers, Vikings. Wow. Game of the week here, probably, man. So. If the Packers win it really won't change that much, honestly, divisionally.
We don't know that. Packers might have beaten the Saints, and the Vikings might have gotten a few of their wins overturned. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
No, I know.
You know?
But whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, Packers, Vikings.
I do have the Packers here.
Aw. Dang.
I think they are explosive enough on offense to beat anyone. Obviously, you could say the same thing about the Vikings, but I think the Packers...
They're explosive enough on offense to beat anybody. I'm saying that about the Vikings.
Yeah, you could say that about anybody, man, but you'd be wrong about a lot of teams.
They're explosive enough on offense to beat anybody. I'm saying that about anybody.
I'm just taking the Packers because a 1.5 spread here is about right. This is about a pick'em game. I think both these teams are playing extremely well. Both defenses are really well. These teams are mirrors of each other. They're divisional opponents who are built the same way. They're built to run the ball. They're built for play action. The X factor here is Justin Jefferson. You have star wideouts in Minnesota, and you probably have a more aggressive defense in Minnesota who blitzes an unprecedented almost 40% of the time they're out there, which the Packers don't do, but the Packers secondary has the ability to kind of ball hawk and take the ball away more than the Vikings secondary. I'll say we get 2 Sam Darnold picks and maybe a glimmer of the playoff pumpkin Sam in this game. I'm saying that just purely guessing. Sam's looked so good the last couple weeks. But yeah, I'm picking the Packers in an upset here.
I just can't pick the Packers after that loss to the Saints. That was just...
Pick the Packers. Pickle might pick a pepper.
I can't pick those Packers because of that preposterous point of problematic play in that Saints loss. Nobody knew that was going to happen, and then it happened. I cannot believe it still to this day. Which is the next 2 days.
Like 2
days
after,
later is now when that
happened. We're putting this out on Christmas.
Yeah, we're putting this out on Christmas because that's when the first games happen. Like, here's the deal, guys. I know I didn't think about this when we started an NFL channel. I gotta hang out with my family, and like so do you. And so like there's like days where the games happen, and it's like that's football time. And that's also family time, and like we don't film at my house.
Oh, I don't have to hang out with my family. We can film at your house if you want. You want to scrap this and just do it later?
Christmas?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh,
I literally have nothing on Christmas. We're doing our Christmas on the 26th, and all we got to do is go to Nosferatu.
Oh yeah, and I'm going.
And you're coming.
I'm going to be there with you. So catch us at some theater watching a vampire. It's about a vampire.
Yeah, don't dox us. A lot of people. Yeah.
I said a theater. I didn't say which one.
Yeah, I think it's about a vampire.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna paint the walls of my house orange, so we might do a whole Christmas episode.
Who are you picking?
Oh, I picked the Vikings.
Oh, nice.
I think the Vikings are better, and it's where they're playing it in Minnesota, and
Skull.
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this could go either way. The Packers are good, I think. I mean, I think they're good because if they lost to the Saints, then maybe not. But they're good, and they will put up a good fight against the Vikings team. I do think that the problem, the only thing I'm worried about is the exact thing that you said, which is that Sam Darnold could throw 2 picks. The Packers are good at taking the ball away, and that could pose a problem. But for some reason,
they're playing flawless.
The
so
Vikings
no
scheme on defense, like the shit that I know that Brock Purdy said that, and everybody like talked about that Flores scheme or whatever. But then I watched somebody break it down, and in a way that I could understand as somebody who doesn't know like anything about coaching football. And they were like, the guys up front move one direction and literally like make the offense think that's the side of the field they're going to be blitzing from, and then they switch and blitz, and it's like really, really hard to defend.
Yeah.
And so, or like to keep your quarterback from being pressured at least.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be a huge problem for Jordan Love, somebody who is prone to making mistakes or at least making bad decisions. And so, yeah, I just think the Vikings are a more stout team this year. I think the Packers they're the youngest team in the NFL. They're going to be great for the next 5 years with probably this exact same squad. And I think, next year, the Packers will probably be better than the Vikings, but this year I think the Vikings are a better team, top to bottom, front to back, and left to right.
Fair enough. Last game of the week, Falcons Commanders. Michael Penis goes into Jaden Daniels' house down there in the White House.
That actually, it does make this a more interesting game.
I picked the Falcons.
2 reasons. One, you got rookie versus rookie. Nobody's expecting that a few weeks ago, at least. And then also, the Falcons, as it stands, are a playoff team in the NFC. The Commanders just had a great bounce-back win. I'm going to take the Commanders here. I do think the Falcons looked better last week against the Giants. That's the problem. We talked about it ahead of time. We said, great game to throw your rookie quarterback out there and see what you got. That's true, but it still doesn't say that much about what they are as a team. I still think they have big problems, specifically on defense, and I can't imagine them defending what we now know the Commanders can actually really do.
Yeah, I'm not scared of the Commanders' defense either. That's why I feel comfortable picking the Falcons here, and much more of a need-it kind of game for them. Commanders are going to make the playoffs. They're fine. They did turn the ball over a lot. That's reason for concern that I talked about more in our power rankings video. But I think what Penis does for this team is it rejuvenate like Bijan and Kyle and Drake London and Ray, and it just breathes new life into this offense that we know can be really explosive. We've seen them put up damn near 600 yards earlier in this year with a healthy Kirk. And I think it opens up the playbook. They're going to be running craftier shit. And there's always that sneaky factor of this is the second week we've seen this guy. There's no film out on him yet. And the Commanders defense just gave up 34 points to a Kenny Pickett 3-quarter led team at least, who also had a great running back. That's not all that different than the Falcons and all their weapons, including a great running back. I don't know. I think that I feel good about this upset. I only picked so many upsets this week. But yeah, I think I could easily see the Falcons winning this and people being like, they made the right call drafting them, and who cares if they lose $60 million or whatever, $90 million. And
yeah, $90 million. I mean, I do think there is a case to be made that they made the right draft call and the wrong picking up Kirk Cousins call, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like I said, I think Michael Penix is a good quarterback and will be good. I just think they played the Giants, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But so those are our picks for Week 17 in the NFL. Oh wait.
Don't forget about the Lions 49ers, which I didn't even write down.
Waiting all day for Monday night.
Yeah, we were going to go to this game, but we didn't because we found out the politics of the city of San Francisco.
So many unhoused persons there. That's what we found out. Is all the amount of unhoused persons in the Bay Area absolutely drove us out of there. We said, we'll wait till they play over in Ford Field.
Lions by a boss hog load of points here.
I'm worried about this game, okay?
I'm not.
I'm worried about it just a little bit because of one thing, okay? this is the exact same situation as the NFC Championship.
No, the Niners record's way worse this year.
Oh, okay. And more like the 69ers. Because they
like their team's banged up. There's no Christian McCaffrey.
Oh,
there's no Brandon Ayuk.
different team. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Quarterback still Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I guess.
Coach still Kyle Shanahan, huh?
Yep.
All right.
But it's this game. Whoever wins this doesn't go to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Well, actually, if the Lions win this, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. And I think if the Lions lose this, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All I'm saying, like, I'm not saying the Lions are the type of team to get psyched out, but I do think there is an element of that in this. There is something more on the line than a win or loss.
Don't you think that fuels them more to like beat their ass than anything? Like this is like running into your high school bully like 3 years after high school, and he's got like a limp arm. And he's like, oh, yeah, I got in an accident at work. And you're like, hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom. And he's like, dude, stop. I literally can't swing at you. And you're like, bow, 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 bow.
I hope it's not like that.
I hope
in that case, then I hope they don't even play. If it's like that, I would say no fight. Let's just call it off.
What?
Yeah.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be like,
I would say that this is like running into your high school bully after a couple of years, and you've done some working out, some growing yourself, and they look
fat.
Not fat. They just let themselves go a little bit. They peaked in high school, something like that. And that goes one of two ways, He might have the history of beating up on you and kind of know how to do it still, even though he has a physical disadvantage.
He still knows your weaknesses.
Yeah, still not exactly.
Yeah.
Or
it
goes the other way where you come back and you get revenge.
Yeah.
You avenge your high school
bride.
That's all I'm saying is it could go either way. I'm saying like not that it could this game. I'm gonna pick the Lions. Yeah. This could go. Not the game could go either way. I'm saying that like thing in the mental part of it could go either way. It could psych you out as the Lions, or it could make them be like, yeah, we're here this year. You guys suck.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
What's the weather going to be like there?
Probably pretty nice. San Francisco is probably going to be about 55 and breezy, a nice cool breeze.
Probably the reason for why there's so many unhoused persons there, because it's
Yeah, it's the weather's fault. That's week 17's
not. I didn't. You guys knew what I meant.
Jesus
I was doing
Christ.
a character.
Check back in after this week to see how we did.
Yeah, this is
have a great holiday.
Week 17. I picked the Lions. Just really quick, getting that. All right, Tony, get it off the screen. Can we do one of those things? Like, do you have an effect for us or anything to end it? Yeah, I love it. I love
That's
this.
week 17. We hope you guys enjoyed your holidays and your Christmases. And if you didn't, who gives a fuck? It's not even that important of a day.
Well, it kind of is, but
to who? Whatever. If you have the opportunity to spend time with your family and make good feelings and spread joy, please do that. And if not, who gives a fuck?
Check on your friends, by the way, who do not have families they spend time with for the holidays. A lot of them feel very lonely on this day because they're not surrounded by all the people who are their chosen family. So check on them. Let them know you're there for them. Hang out with them. Invite them to your family Christmas if you got a welcoming spot. And also try to do something nice for your local community during this time, because it is a tough time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right.
We love you.
And we love you. This has been Cheap Seats. As always, go Browns, go Lions, go Cavs. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Jeez, that was too quick.
I know. It's like too slow. Too quick. Yeah. I'm not saying I have insider info. Not going to say that. But I did hear that Kyler Murray's going to play shortstop for the Houston Astros next year. I got something caught up.
Oh, my God. There he goes. Now I'm alone on set.
That is genuine.
I didn't say it wasn't, man.
All right, I'm going to cut it in. Oh, just kidding.